Yeah, I thought I had a bottle of yikes. Hey, yo, this is Jake Fever with the No Chaser podcast, and this episode number 1, and I got my guy Markus here with me. Yeah, he pulled up already. I see you. Hey, I brought him on because, yeah, how you doing, man?
All is well, man. Everything's great.
I brought him on because he's one of the most unique Hennessy collectors, and he has a nice collection, and we're gonna talk Hennessy collection. So I'm gonna let him introduce himself a little better than what I did, and then we'll get into the conversation.
Man, I got everything is everything, man. I'm honored to be on here. You know, you're my guy. We've been rapping for a while now. You know, great minds think alike, so it's nice to connect with you, bro.
Yeah.
But everybody else, my name is Markus from Baltimore, Maryland. You can see a bit of my collection in the back. This is only a portion in the cellar. I'm up to about 300 bottles, and it's been about 10, 11 years for me now, man. It's just growing with the brand. That's all, baby.
Yeah. And I noticed that Q dog, or that Omega Sci-Fi you got on there too as well. But we'll get into the frat thing as well. But I gotta pull up a little bit. And this is the No Chaser podcast, so we don't put ice or we don't put nothing in here. You feel me? On this podcast, so we got the Hennessy. I am a Hennessy collector myself, and I always wanted to interview a fellow Hennessy collector the first time on this podcast. So go ahead and tell me how you got into collecting Hennessy.
Man, I always had a lot of love for art. And if you know anything about Hennessy and their brand bottles, majority collaborations with artists. You know, through grade school, they teach us about like artists like Pablo Picasso, who happened to be one of my favorite artists. And Hennessy actually did a tribute bottle with Picasso, you know. So when I found that just online, just searching random things, you know, as the internet was growing with it, you know, I crossed that bottle, and it kind of was something that stuck with me. It being a limited edition, of course, it wasn't just readily available. But one day, just walking into a liquor store, I crossed the code, and I left it there, man. I left it there. Yeah, I did. I left it there. It was only one on the shelf at the time. I kept on thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I need to go ahead and go ahead and pick that up. You know, it's been on my mind. Something is telling me just to go get it. I went back and it was gone. I left out the store. I sat in my car. I say no. I feel like that was for me. So I went back in the store just to actually got a little bit more information. And he had one more in the back that he went in the back, got for me, and from there, been all she wrote, man.
That was a blessing right there. I had recently just acquired the Picasso Hennessy. And and that wasn't my first collector bottle. My first collection bottle was the actual the VSOP 200th year anniversary. It was a Hennessy bottle that I never seen before, and it just shocked me. Like, what is this? And I went to look it up.
It came in this nice tin too, man. This is my favorite part about the bottle, the case.
Yeah, I went to look it up and had to figure out what it was, what is this, you know? And then boom, that started my, I was seeking out fellas like you. I was talking to people online, trying to figure out, hey, what Hennessy should I get? What's the value of these things? So this what brings this whole podcasting and talking about the thing all together, you know? It's not just about Hennessy, it's more about fellowship of the collectors, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So
right, yeah. For sure. That's big too. That's one of my favorite parts of this whole thing. That's kind of what keeps me going, man. Just all the relationships that I've built over time, just all the connections all around the world, man. This is really a blessing. It really is.
Yeah. And I heard you say you got over 300 bottles, bro, man. That is amazing because I got quite a few bottles, but not close to 300.
It's been a while, but counting that those too, like some of those colorful flasks back there. So, you know, I mean, they are still sealed. That's part of the collection.
That's still big, though. That's still big.
This was actually my first bottle. This is that cause bottle that I picked up.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite bottles. And today, he's one of my favorite artists. So, if not, he is my favorite artist. You know, if you follow me, you see, let's throw him a little shout out weekly, you know.
Yeah, give him their Instagram because his pictures and what he's talking about, the art bottles, they are very, very, very unique in itself. And the way he collects is very nice. I started off collecting the liquor that's in the bottle. I wanted that to be different tasting every time. So that's how I started collecting. But I started appreciating the artwork as well as watching your page and other people's page. So, you know, go ahead and give them that IG real quick. What'd you say? The Two Evil Q, right?
Yeah, Two Evil Q. You can look me up, follow me, share, you know, talk to me. I respond to everybody that follow me. Got a pretty good name for myself in my community here in Baltimore, and you know, gets a lot of love with us. That's all.
Yeah, and most of y'all probably only remember Baltimore from The Wire. He got that accent just like him, though, bro.
Yeah, man. We try to change the narrative, though. You know, we tired of everywhere we go. It's let me hear what you got to say, or it's about The Wire. You know, we got some positive, productive things going on here too. So some of us are working hard to change the narrative for sure.
Yeah, speaking of that, man, you recently took a trip over to France, man. Why don't you just tell the crowd about that there a little bit?
Yeah, well, I had to sign a lot of paperwork, so I can't give y'all too much.
Okay.
But I can't wait till they come out, though, man. I'm excited. My family is excited. My friends, you know. So I'm actually looking forward to the day that I am able to share that with you guys. Yeah. But man, it was a once in a lifetime experience. They gifted us with these. I ain't supposed to give y'all all that, but he got my name on there, so that's mine.
That's nice, bro.
You know, personalized XO, man. It was amazing, man. Mind blowing.
See, that's what I like about Hennessy. A lot of people say, well, you know, we get to arguing with people about what tastes the best or whatnot, but the elegance of the brand makes you feel like you're enjoying something that much better, you know? And they don't understand peeling off that seal that's made out of like, what it is. Like, it seems like a little metal-y stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just, like, twisting off caps is not as appealing. And then, like, the XO itself has a metal top, you know? Like, just attention to details of what they do is so amazing, you know? So a lot of people don't appreciate that.
Man, and they only getting better. So the packaging on these most recent limited edition bottles has been crazy, man. Like beautiful, like real artwork, which is what attracted me to the brand. And they literally still getting better from 10 years ago. Like it's amazing, man, the things that Hennessy is capable of doing and things they're executing. I met some of the other team, the production team who, you know, seek the different artists, seek the different parts that it takes to create these bottles and put them out in the field in real life. And they were dope people. They were great people. The whole marketing content team. They spent time with us. They ate with us. They drank with us from sun up to sundown, like every day for a week straight. And their team is great, man. It feels good to be a part of it. Like I'm not, of course, clear out. I'm not a Hennessy. I don't work for Hennessy, but just to even get the love from the official team, the way that they love was great, man.
Do you know if they like do tours to the public for like just regular people that can just come pay and just do a tour of like the different distilleries, or is there something that they do? Because I seen like Buffalo Trace, they allow you to go there. Uncle Nearest, like those whiskeys of America, they allow you to go into their facilities and stuff. I wonder if France have that type of thing too.
Yeah, so Hennessy does offer those services over in Paris. Over in Cognac, I'm sorry, where the headquarters is. They do offer those services. However, I'll be honest with you, I never looked into it just because it was like a bucket list thing for me. That's something I didn't want to get too excited about until I was actually ready to go do it. Yeah. It just so happened I was fortunate enough to be offered that opportunity when I experienced it a little bit earlier, you know. So, but I'll recommend it. Like I recommend it. The tour is amazing. It's everything you think it is more. Like it's really awesome. Like I recommend. I think everybody, if you love this brand, you should go see it. You'll appreciate it even more.
Yeah, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. And what I was about to ask you. Oh, well, let's get into the taste of this. Like I got XO in front of me. This is one of my favorite tasting versions of Hennessy because it's you know it's aged a little longer than everything, and it has that darker and that it has a milder, sweeter taste to me, and it's that smooth. What about for you, Hennessy? Like your taste preference, which one you like the most, and things like that.
My favorite of them all, from the ones that I've tasted, is the Fine Champagne. Fine Champagne is a bottle that they were doing in the 70s. They were doing in the 70s. It was primarily like over in Germany. This is the actual bottle.
That's nice.
Yeah, this now this one is nice. Like this, you taste the elegance in this when you drink this one. I would kind of say it reminds me of like how XO you have VSOP and you have XO. Now, I learned that being over there, of course, they don't rank them in a way that we rank them here in the community, you know, and that matter. Each Hennessy is its own blend. Each Hennessy is its own category. That's how they see it. But for the understanding of the taste, I would rank that right above the Fine Day Cognac. Are you familiar with the Fine Day Cognac?
Yeah, I got that. Right up here. But I got collectors of bottles, man. I might just pop one just to taste it. I haven't tasted it yet.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. The 5 Day Cognac. I make next time I get my shipment in, I make sure I save one just for you, brother.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was drinking that one for a while. They over like in London. I got a lot of family over in London, so I had them shipping me them and bringing them to me when they was coming over. But then I had a frat brother of mine that actually was playing football over in Germany, so I would find the stock of these fine champagnes. I would send them over to him. He would either ship them to me or he would bring them with me when he was coming to visit. And I went through way too many of them because now they are no longer in stock. Can't find them no way. If you do, you can pay a pretty penny for them. I was paying like $60, $65 a bottle. Now you're gonna pay like anywhere from $160 to $260 a bottle. So I wish I would have saved more, but it really was that good.
You telling me that's why I like the different liquor inside, because they get discontinued so fast, and when you fall in love with them, you have enough of them, you know. I like the Tones book. I got 2 of those, you know, so I actually want to taste it and enjoy it and spend some time drinking it, you know.
I actually haven't tasted that one yet. I want to taste that one, and I want to taste the James Hennessy. I haven't tasted that one yet neither.
I haven't did the James yet either. A lot of stuff I just started collecting, so I want to have duplicates of mostly everything before I pop them open.
I try to do the same. Like those 2, I don't have duplicates of, which is why I haven't tasted them. But you're on the right track. You're doing it the right way.
Yeah, thanks. You say you've been doing this for like almost a little over a decade, though. Hey.
Yeah, it's been 11 years for me.
Yeah, I'm scared of how my collection is gonna be after. I started during the pandemic 2020, so it's 2022 now. So I've been doing it for 2 years. I'm scared of how I'm growing because I do drink reviews on my channel, and I'm trying to do this podcast and then talk to people. So kind of spooky about how it's gonna grow, man.
Man, it's only gonna get better, I promise you. And Hennessy is still growing too. And like I said, I agree with the brand. You are too. You know, some of the things we talked about, we just getting started, you know, brother. So you're already elite, you know. And when the more you build your network, the more people you start connecting with, and worldwide, it's only gonna get better, like I said, man.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. I got a question for you though, man. Is there anything you wanna tell the audience about Hennessy itself, like about collecting or about tasting, about artwork? Just to let them know something, you know, that's unique that you probably haven't said yet.
Yeah, I mean, just find your way when it comes to the Hennessy brand, you know? Like I said, I've met all of these different people. I've only known Hennessy for collecting, you know what I mean? Yeah. But taking that trip over there, I met all of these different people who have the same love and passion that I have for the brand, but in their own manner, in their own endeavors, and, you know, their own paths, which is something that I love. I'm really big on being yourself. I'm really big on being yourself everywhere you go. I like to build genuine and authentic relationships. So I've always wanted to be me, because I would hate for somebody to say, oh, you're acting funny or you're acting different. That's something you would never hear about me, because I am always going to be me. You know what I mean? I of course, I could tailor it to professionalism, of course, when the time is right, you know, do those things. But wholeheartedly, you're still going to be in front of Marcus, no matter what the circumstances are. Yeah. So whatever it is about Hennessy that draws you to the brand, be true to you, be true to that, and stick to it. I mean, that's your lane. That's what's going to work for you. Like I said, I met a photographer over there he did the NBA campaign that they just did Hennessy film over to Japan. You know what I mean? That was just him wanting to work with a brand that he really believed in, which is something that he indulged in on a regular basis because he just loves the beverage. Same thing. I had the models over there that when they would go to these shoots, they want to deal with photographers and deal with certain people where Hennessy is the drink, the beverage on the set. You know what I mean? Like I said, it works for everybody individually and accordingly. You know what I mean? So just be true to you. And also in this Hennessy world too, your network and your connections is your most important part. Yeah. Don't look at it like, some people look at it like almost like a get rich fast type of thing. You know, they might find these limited edition bottles. I deal with it all the time. People come to me like, hey man, what's a good price to sell this bottle at? Or, you know somebody that might want to buy this bottle, and I put them in position to sell the bottle. I mean, I'm not selfish. I don't care. I want everybody to, you know what I mean? Yeah. I put them in position to sell the bottle. Then they're like, oh no, that's not enough money. sir, man, you just spent $50 to $100 for that bottle. You're telling me this offer for $450, $500 is not enough money? Like how? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
they don't really respect. They don't respect the game.
Exactly.
But the thing about it is, I like to use that as trade bait more so than
exactly. So that's where I am right now. I have a few of those. Excuse me, I'm just trying to adjust the camera.
That's fine. Yeah, I like using that as trade bait because it helps me grow my collection. So if you're not really trying to grow your collection, then you start to overplay your hand.
Exactly. So I have right now a few of those Nigeria Independence Day bottles that he just did.
I didn't see those.
Well, I would show you. They all
That's all right.
My first shipment actually got damaged. So I haven't been taking them out the wrapper as I've been distributing. I've just been sending them straight like that, so nothing happens to them. But it is a really nice bottle. It's actually beautiful. It has a flag, the Nigerian flag on it, the green and white. One of my favorite colors labels on the bottles are the white label bottles. I just think it represents the brand really well.
I said the same thing. I like the white labels and I like the black labels. Those make the bottle stand out more. So that's when I started moving into the art category. So everything that came with black labels and white labels. And the thing I like about it the most is the top seal is white and black too. So it changed the whole dynamic of the bottle. That's what I like the most. So, and then another bottle that caught my eye was this year's 2022 Chinese New Year bottle.
Man, yeah. So I'm be honest, I don't even have that one yet, brother. I don't even have that one yet.
Yeah, we'll talk. I got a connection where you can get it from, but that bottle was so pretty. I started thinking maybe I'm missing something with not collecting these type of bottles. But that one right there, I had to have it.
Yeah, man. I even have an appreciation for the packaging on that bottle, man. The packaging.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I like about it. It's wood. It comes in like a wood packaging.
That's wood. I didn't even know that was wood. That's wood.
It's wood. The box is wood, and it comes they did a good job with this one.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I've only seen it online. Waiting for it to come somewhere close to me. None of my reps, none of my guys have contacted me about it, so it definitely hasn't touched base around here anywhere yet. But I've seen it online. I will say it is a pretty bottle. It definitely is.
I'll let you know where I went through and how you can get it for the lowest cost too. Yeah. But
I appreciate it, love.
Yeah, and I know this podcast is new and this is the first time, and I'm happy that you're my first guest, but you won't be on here for the last time. This is just the first time. So you got any questions for me that I can answer for you, bro?
Yeah, man. So I just want to say, first of all, because like I said, we've been connected, been doing business. So I want to let you know, first off, that I appreciate you. Appreciate you, man. From the beginning, you've been real with me. You've been honest with me. Even when you just called me the other day, I want to let you know, man, I don't usually do this, but take care of you. I appreciate that. So I wanted to let you know that. I know that we talk at Hennessy, but I know that you indulge in other things as well. What is your love for the spirits industry about? What is that? I mean, I know you drink, of course, but what is your love for spirits in general? So I like what you're doing with it.
All right, so I'll just tell you how I got onto this journey of YouTube and things like that, right? It's two things that sparked it. I had to do research on the VSOP 200th year anniversary. There was nothing out there. Nobody could tell me anything. So I found a weakness in for Hennessy Collectors, right? They couldn't find any information about certain types of bottles. So I was like, dang, that's a weakness. And another thing that happened to me, I joined TikTok and I made a few drinks after I started collecting and then what happened was it went kind of viral. More people asked me questions and asked me to make more drinks. I already had the bar. I just didn't have a lot of drinks on it. I just had what I liked. And then they opened up my palate. The people on TikTok just opened up my palate and they was telling me, try this bourbon, try this. And I mean, some of the stuff was hitting and they was hitting good. So I was collecting all the limited edition Cirocs and just various Hennessy that I like. So after that, I was like, man, let me just do this thing. And I just kept gaining traction and I put videos out for a year and a half now. And I was just seeing what's going to happen. But I want to bring a podcast. I want to bring a conversation. Like our community, whether it be Hennessy, whether it be black, whether it be just drinkers, men, whatever it is, that's my community. So I'm gonna bring the community together. And we're gonna talk about what we want. See, I went to FAMU, a historically black college, so I know everything about your seal that you got on. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that that hits with me too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a part of like the Divine Nine fraternity. But you know, I just want to bring the community together and just talk. You know?
For sure. No, yeah. So like my frat brothers, they are some of my biggest supporters, of course. Like they help me with my collection. Anytime any of those guys travel and things like that, they always reach out to me like, hey, you got this, you got this. But I explain it to anybody else that asks me, especially them, like, hey, what is that? How do you know all these people? What is that about? I tell them it's just like the fraternity. It's something you just don't know about unless you know. But yeah. I am an advocate for spreading this type of love because I mean you can learn a lot. You learn a lot of lessons through this. You know what I mean? A lot of relationship building lessons and things like that. How to move in business and things like that as well. So this is something that I also openly promote. Like, hey man, this is something that's here. This is something that is honest that you can get into. And it's a nice grown man or grown woman hobby. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's a nice adult hobby. So I love that for you that you are bringing the community together because that's a lot of the reason that I love to do this as well.
Yeah, and check this out. Thing about this is, bro, as we grow older, it's going to be somebody turning 21 every day. So they're going to get sparked into joining. So they're going to always not have stuff that you have. So they're going to want something too. But a little wisdom that I'm going to leave with everybody, man. Like, I'm a big advocate for Hennessy and collecting, and I'm also a big time person with freedom. And I tell everybody, get you some Bitcoin. So that's my game. You know what I'm saying? You might can't buy a whole one, but buy you a little bit every week or whatever. And that's all I got to say for my friends and family. You know what I'm saying?
I actually don't have any Bitcoin, but I do have a few Ethereums though, and they doing me so well for me too.
Yeah, I know money wise is gonna do good, but freedom wise, we gotta get our hands on some of that Bitcoin, you know. So yeah, I got Ethereum too, but I always just go straight to Bitcoin because that's the one I believe in. It's gonna stick around. It's number one. It's the fastest thing to $1 trillion in the history of the world. So anytime something number one in the world and it's over $200 billion, it becomes Apple, Google, stuff like that. The things that you're gonna know forever. You see what I'm saying?
Bitcoin ain't going away. You're absolutely right about that. I don't know what happened to the rest of those things, the rest of those coins, but Bitcoin is definitely one. You are 100% right about that.
I look at it as a savings account, not an investing account. I put savings in there.
Exactly. I said the same thing.
All right. Yeah, but I want to leave you with that, Jewel. I'm gonna go ahead and edit this thing up. I sure appreciate you, man. And I'm gonna go ahead and close out the recording. But you know, you can hit my line. We can still talk a little bit after. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
All right,
let's do it. I appreciate you, brother.
All right, cheers. Shit, I thought I had a bottle of yikes.